I'm gonna be building every single room in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe in Lego. Basically taking 8 popular locations from the horror game and recreating it as one giant Lego set. I will then be throwing these 10 Lego minifigures into the mix and see who survives the night. Let the bloodletting begin. I did something illegal. I bought some fake FNAF Lego minifigures off the dark web, and here's the freaks that showed up. We've got Freddy, we've got Bonnie, this is Chica, here's Foxy, and I don't care about the rest. Now that we've got our main animatronics, it's time to build our Lego set, so I grabbed some base plates. The game plan is I'm gonna build 4 rooms on this base plate, and then 4 more rooms on this one, and it's all gonna come together to become one giant FNAF Lego set. And for this entire undertaking, I'm gonna challenge myself to only use the Lego I have on hand. Which isn't really much. I'm leaving some spots empty and some with plates because I have plans for what's gonna go there. So that's the base done. Now I can start adding details to each room, starting with square 1. I'm adding a stage, dining tables, and a whole rainbow of colored party hats on top. Looks good. Then I kept building the stage, but before I show you that, this is Tina.
Yes, sir.
It's her birthday yet again. It's not every year that a 41-year-old man turns 16, unless you're Tina. And this is her family. Her mom, her dad, and her baby brother. Yeah! Tina and her family have been through a lot. In previous videos, their house flooded. They stayed at the world's deadliest hotel. They recently got hit by a train. There's always something. And today they decided Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is a good place to throw a birthday party. In a second, you'll see why that actually wasn't such a great idea. So anyways, on the stage I added Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. They're not holding their usual accessories. Keep an eye out for those because they're hidden somewhere throughout this video. For the wall behind them I used these cloud pieces and I made a little sun, and then everything's draped in stage lights and red curtains. The curtains do kind of sway a bit. Tried to go for that realistic feel and I think I achieved it. So this is the stage plus dining area. There's just one thing missing. Foxy. Foxy's got his own personal stage, the Pirate Cove, which is closed off with a purple curtain. I made my own makeshift purple curtain out of Lego. Again, the curtain kind of sways back and forth. Nice touch. Foxy's in there peeking out. Very creepy. In front of Foxy's Cove I added the little out of order sign, but actually, none of the animatronics are out of order. They're all alive and well, which means no one else is gonna be alive and well for long. But we've only just scratched the surface, because the next room is gonna be the office. I made this desk. There's a lot of little details littered on the desk. I just kinda slapped them on. There's electronic monitoring devices, there's a fan, there's balled up pieces of paper, there's a soda cup. I used a glizzy for the straw, mostly because I was just trying to keep the color scheme of the drink the same. Under the desk I added a drawer as well as a speaker, and then I stole Chica's cupcake and placed it on top of the monitors. The wall behind the desk has some posters and whatnot. I didn't have the exact posters, but I used my creativity and pooped this out because, remember, I'm challenging myself to only use the Lego I already have. The office is where the security guard usually resides, so I added a chair. I made it so that it can recline.
Wow.
Here's the security guard. Looks the part. I handed him an official-looking cap, a walkie-talkie, and a donut. He's watching the festivities unfold on his security monitors. Business as usual. Nothing to write home about. The thing about security guards at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is that they never seem to last long. We could just move on to the next room. Okay, so my plan is I want to basically build the kitchen in this square. I think that'd be really cool to see. I'm adding in wall-mounted curtains, stovetops and ovens, a complete kitchen renovation. You can always hear pots and pans jiggling around, so there's that.
Help me.
The thing about the cabinets is that you can't open these no matter how hard you try. Personally, I'd rather have open shelving, so I built that as well. Some open shelving with some culinary delicacies. A pizza, a glizzy, a croissant, a pie, even whatever this is. Possibly ice cream. There's also a sink and a fridge plus freezer situation in the corner. A caution sign in case of wet floors. Wouldn't want a tripping hazard. And then I added an island with a cutting board, a butcher's knife, some more pizza. There's an abundance of cutlery underneath. I made sure the kitchen is fully stocked with all the essentials that a 17 Michelin star chef would need. This is Gordon Ramsay. I did the best I could working with the Lego I have, and I think I got pretty close. The same blonde hair, the same wrinkly face. Almost a dead ringer for Gordon. He's whipping up Tina's favorite meal for her birthday, glizzies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And just like that, I think that completes our FNAF kitchen. Moving on. I'm gonna build the bathroom, arguably the most important room in the building, at least to me. In the game, there's separate restrooms for boys and girls, but for my recreation, I'm just building one bathroom. I built a couple toilets and added those in. There's been an accident in one of the stalls. Looks like Nugget Face has been dropping some nuggets of wisdom. Rumor has it he had one too many glizzies. That'll do it. So I built a toilet plunger. That'll come in handy. Also added in a sink and a trash can. I left this place open because I wanted to add a drain in the floor. Perhaps some privacy is needed. So I added partitions dividing each stall. The stalls could be higher, but I ran out of gray bricks. That's 4 out of the 8 rooms. We're halfway through, but there's still plenty more to see. This next room was a nightmare, mostly because I thought it would be so cool to have confetti all over the floor. Sounds great in theory, but putting the flooring down for this room was not fun. Took longer to do than I care to admit. This is the party room, basically a small enclosed room where the birthday parties are held. Here's some examples from the real-life counterpart of Freddy's Pizzeria. This is the vibe I'm going for. I went all out for the decor for the party room. I added some starry banners on the walls, tons of balloons, even a cursed party inflatable. The room has 2 large tables, covered in a white tablecloth and topped with a bunch of multicolored party hats. On the table we have a birthday cake, some presents, desserts, and of course, pizza. Tina's dad is sparing no expense yet again. I'm starting to wonder where all this money comes from. No one's noticed the fact that Tina's baby brother has disappeared. Everyone's too preoccupied with more important matters. Like, for example, clown. This clown is based off a clown from my childhood. When I was a wee little lad, I went to a birthday party a lot like Tina's, but maybe with a slightly lower budget. At the birthday party, there was a clown holding a tarantula. But anyway, I sat outside on the curb and cried for the rest of the day. It seems like Tina doesn't mind the tarantula as much as I did. She actually kinda likes him. Good for her. But because this is my video, I get to decide the tarantula carrying clown's fate. Huh? To clean up the dead bodies, I called in some backup. This is my underpaid Lego janitor. He's off the books and asks no questions. Mostly because he can't ask questions, because he doesn't speak English. This room is gonna be the supply closet. To store everything, I built a giant Billy bookshelf. I slapped on a 10-year supply of toilet paper. I also added some tissue boxes. We've got Lemon Pledge, we have OxyClean, some Clorox wipes, Raid for the roach problem, some bleach for tough stains, and can't forget the baby oil. My janitor keeps things well stocked. But that's not all. An extra wet floor sign in case that's needed. It's not the wet floors you have to watch out for, though. Wait. Arguably the scariest room and also the most cursed room in the whole pizzeria is the Backstage Room. This room contains spare parts for the animatronics, so basically it's used to store a bunch of costume parts. Creepy stuff.
Subscribe or I'll turn you into a costume.
This small backstage room is meant to be for employees only, but as you can see, we have a few furries that wandered in. They're starting to feel right at home. Bruh. In Freddy's Pizzeria, there's a couple hallways. You can't really turn a square into a hallway, but that didn't stop me from trying. There's not much in hallways. It's mainly adorned with posters and newspaper clippings and drawings and missing child posters, all the usual stuff you see hung up in a hallway. I even threw in a pizza and a glizzy and then I called it a day. Let me know which room was your favorite. Oh, and before I forget.